were you, kids? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to me? Hey, everybody. It is 11 o'clock. It's mailbag time, and there's no bag. There's no mail. Let me check to make sure you can at least hear me a little bit. Now, I heard that the video audio is a little bit desynced on this particular camera, so forgive me for that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I used to be able to walk out of the room and keep talking to you guys, but I'm not wearing the mic today, so not an option. All right, let me check here real quick. Mommy, I did not remember the post office is closed tomorrow. I guess it must be some holiday. I don't have to check the calendar. I have no idea. I'm glad you guys can hear me though. I see this big mess right here by the camera that's got the mic, so forgive me for spraying this right in your ear. Hang on. I think this is the same mess I cleaned up yesterday, but I didn't realize it started up here. So, I just wanted to make sure that I got a chance to chat with you guys because I didn't get a chance to go to the post office yesterday when I took the kids to the vet. I had intended on leaving early enough to do both things at once. But then I saw, as I was getting these guys ready to go, that it looks like Cape has got the ringworm now too. So that's all 3 rooms, and I think at least Teaspoon from the faculty was showing a little bit of a bald spot where we didn't expect one, which admittedly is not a huge amount of proof that it is ringworm, but given the circumstances and Occam's razor, it just makes sense. I don't think he shaved that spot with Occam's razor. I mean, I think the most likely explanation for a new bald spot right now is a little bit of ringworm. So I think we're just going to have to treat it as though everybody in the house has got it, at least to some degree. Try to keep it minimized. Try to keep the load of spores down a little bit. And, you know, just manage it as best we can for the whole house. Now, that means that my job for today is going to be to get all of these guys at least a lime sulfur bath, which is the worst. It just smells so bad. I was talking to the Dr. K about it yesterday, and she's like, yeah, you know, we do that sometimes, but oh man, the smell. I'm like, yeah, you don't have to tell me. I know, it's terrible. So I'm not the only one that feels like it's the worst thing in the world. Hi, I see a little tiny tutu looking right at me through this door. I haven't got this phone hooked up yet to share live, but I can take a picture. Hi, Tutu, hi. Oh, you're not looking at me anymore. You're looking at the door, and I missed the wrong button. Oh, there we go. Yeah, all right. So that's the big news, is that there's ringworm for all. We didn't want to discriminate and keep it for just some of our cats. We want everybody to feel included. I'm still wearing the little suit just to try to keep things from spreading and keep it from getting on me too much and bringing it straight to somebody who doesn't have it. Also, the suits are kind of funny, so why not, right? Okay, so that's the important news, I guess. Now, as far as getting these kids out of here into another room or getting the groups integrated like it's been the plan all along, for instance, these 2 groups, they look at each other through the window all the time, and they seem like they really like each other, and I'd love to have them meet. But I don't, man, every day I think about it, and I'm like, can I do it? Can I just do it? And I want to wait. I don't want to rush it after we've waited so long. We've been so patient. The trouble is, of course, that these guys, at least, still have a rampant URI. I don't know how well you can tell on the camera, but they are sneezing and snorting and sniffling. They sound like the little kid who wouldn't blow his nose. It's mostly the 2 little girls, Parka and Cardigan, that are the worst, but they all have it to some degree. And even though it's not very evident at all, the kids across the hall in the Rainbow Room also have a bit of URI. I think the same one probably, which almost made me think, why not bring them together, especially now that these guys have the ringworm too. And I don't know, it's still on the table, but we don't need to rush into it. So as far as bringing them together goes, I just don't know yet. I really want to. It's super, super important to me. But we've got to wait a little bit longer, I think. I'd just love to see some of this resolved before we do that. So that's that. I know that big sigh makes it sound like I'm frustrated. I'm not frustrated. It wasn't really good. I'm just sort of catching my breath, I guess. The frustrating stuff is the lime sulfur bath is terrible. I hate doing it, but you got to do it. It really seems to work, and it's the best thing according to the university. And the laundry, I just can't get ahead of the laundry yet. Now, I think I'm going to get caught up now that we've reduced things. We've taken the rugs out. We've lowered the number of blankets in the room and things that have to be washed. We've gotten rid of all the big beds that are the hardest thing to wash. So we're going to get caught up on it, but so far I'm still way back behind on that one. Let's just cover real quick everything that's going on. We've got ringworm basically for everybody, although we've only seen really solid signs of it on a couple of the kittens, on Cape, on Cloak, Teaspoon, and Jumper, and then a little bit on Smock. Is that right? The girl next door to Smock, yeah, in the rainbow room. So even though we've only seen it on those kids, it's a pretty fair bet that everybody's been exposed to it and has it, or will have it if we're not careful. Then these guys have the URI still going on. I saw the vet for it yesterday, and that's why we missed Mailbag, and we got them some new antibiotics to take, and I think that's going to, I hope that's going to help, but one way or the other, we just keep going at it. Also, now that I'm regularly going to be sterilizing the room, I think that that could also help cut down on the viral load for the URI. So it's a twofer. Maybe that's going to help that as well. The kids in the rainbow room still have a tiny bit of a URI. And then the kids next door, also in the rainbow room last night I found tapeworms. I saw that, I saw it on Blazer specifically, live little proglotted, the little tiny things that you see that are like tapeworm eggs kind of, or baby tapeworms or larvae, I don't know what you'd call it. It's like one little tiny thing. They say it looks like a grain of rice. It is about that size maybe and color, and, but a lot more wiggly than I like rice to be. So I saw that last night on Blazers there for sure. Tapeworms, not a big deal. You take one pill, done. The trick is I don't have any of that one pill, so I had to order it, and it will be in tomorrow, I think. It's Drontal or Paraquantazel, whatever the generic name is, I don't know. But it's good stuff, works every time, almost every time, and really easy to do, so not a big deal, but we know it's there. Let's see, we've got the URI here, we've got the URI over there, we've got the brown ringworm, which is a fungus, we've got the tapeworm, which is a worm. Am I forgetting anything? I kind of am. Next door, I still see a couple of tongue ulcers all the way in the back. They're going away. I think it's just the sort of like still has to heal up. And the tongue ulcer, of course, is a sign of Khaleesi virus traditionally. I'm pretty sure it was Khaleesi from. We also saw these kids were having a little bit of trouble walking when they first arrived, and that can be another symptom of Khaleesi virus. So it can also be a symptom of them being very young, like they were when they arrived. So don't take it too seriously. But I think we're just getting over the end of that too. So fingers crossed, we're on a good protocol here. None of the stuff that's happening is very serious. It's just all together, it's a lot to kind of deal with, and it sounds like a lot, but none of it is, say, life-threatening. It's all just no big deal. They'll get over it. It's a little bit uncomfortable right now for them, especially, I imagine. They don't seem too bothered by it, but sitting in here sometimes and listening to them breathe through those noses, it's upsetting to me. It's like, ugh, just blow your nose, kid. So, I think that's all the news about that. Now, there is one more big item of news. This is huge and so wonderful that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned today. And that is that our friend, A Soft Paws, who took Cuddles, if you remember Cuddles, the cat that she wasn't feral by any means, but she was a lot of work, I think. Sort of, maybe you want to call her semi-feral or just a cat that had a lot of sass and needed to be made friends with and needed to be treated very carefully and needed a lot of extra time to get to be adoptable and loving, like you'd expect. She was always loving and sweet, but just a lot of work, and a little too much work for what I could handle, especially at the time that Cuddles was here. She came when I was also dealing with a lot of other stuff, and I thought those things were more important. I didn't have the time that Cuddles deserved to have to get her to be where she needed to be. I just didn't think I had it in me. Through Dawes, I contacted Dawes, which is the shelter that we work with, and they hooked us up with one of the other fosters that helps Dawes sometimes, who goes by A Soft Paws. I think her name's Debbie. I haven't, so I'm not good at putting real names behind people, but A Soft Paws is what she uses online. And she came and took Cuddles, and she does a lot of that kind of work, and she has been working on Cuddles ever since. Now, I think, to be fair, she got Cuddles turned around fairly fast. Like, she is really good at handling little cats that need a little bit of extra attention like Cuddles did. And she was reporting that Cuddles was doing great, I think, within like the first month that she was there. But after that, it was a long process trying to find the right adopter to take Cuddles. And I'm happy to say that I just got news over the week that Cuddles has finally found her adopter, thanks to A Soft Paws. So, great for me, but it's a great success story for A Soft Paws. It's a great success story for Dawes, and just the way that we were able to work together on that, I think, is something I don't want to take any credit when I'm saying we like that. I hardly had anything to do with that eventual success, but I think it's so wonderful that it's happened, and I know we've all just sort of had that out there, wondering, well, when's it going to be her moment? It's been seems like a long time, but it finally arrived. So I got to tell you, that really has made my week. And I owe a lot of thanks to A Soft Paws and to Dawes for sticking with that and making it happen. It's not easy at all, and it's not work that I don't think I could have done. Whether I wanted to or not, I just didn't have the bandwidth for that with everything else that we're doing here. So I'm glad that it came to a great conclusion for Cuddles specifically, and I'm sure I haven't heard anything about the person that has adopted her. I do think that we've tried to tell A Soft Paws that we would like to get her adopted and join us on Discord if they want. She definitely, in my opinion, counts as like an honorary Kitten Academy graduate, or whatever you might want to call that position. I don't think we've had anything there before, so I don't know what you want to make it. But I do think that whoever adopted Cuddles would be wonderful if they would join us and give us updates on how Cuddles is doing as a house cat with her own house now. It's really a wonderful, like, heartwarming thing, and it took a lot of people working together to make it happen, and a lot of time and effort. So, really, I don't know if I want to say congratulations or thanks or. But I know that the work that went into that is much appreciated. That by me, I greatly appreciate it. That's how I know it's much appreciated. And maybe you don't care if I appreciate it or not. It's fine. I just want you to know I do. I think it's wonderful. I'm so glad. So there you go. Okay, now my intention for a mailbag was to come in here and give these guys a tissue pit, because the tissue pit, despite being exactly the kind of thing that would be a disease carrier, is something where we can take all the tissue out and throw it away, and the cover of the tissue pit comes off for washing, believe it or not. It's really nice that way. So I think it's fine for us to give these kids a little bit of a tissue pit time, and they need something. They're going nuts in this room. They're a little big now for all four of them to be in here. They probably deserve to have a space a little bit larger for them to go and run around. Although, I don't really remember what size that original kitten room was back in Illinois. I feel like it was a little bigger than this, but if I'm picturing the furniture that was in that room, the dining table, it was only a little bit bigger. It wasn't a lot bigger. We kept a lot of cats in there, so, they're not suffering in here. They got plenty to keep them busy. I just wish we could have them out running around. Man, we're getting so close. I just don't want to jump the gun on that. So I'm going to bring them a little something fun to play with. I'm going to bring the tissue fit up now, and I'll be right back with that. Oh, I know this is scary, kids. Scary, scary, scary. You're going to love this. You're going to love how scary this is. Oh no. I'm going to turn this camera a little bit, guys. Sorry, it's going to mess everything up for people that have the admins that have to use the camera settings. But is it going to stay? Maybe. What is it, kids? What does it mean? Okay, let's get started. You ready, kids? We're just going to use up some of these that were already open, and then I brought some really cute pastels. I guess I should have saved them for Easter, but whatever. What is it? Is it noisy scary or is it noisy fun? cameras. Oh, are you on? You are, but for some reason my thumbnail said that it's way out of date. I guess it must be working. But the thumbnail's not. Let's check on that. What is it, Kit? You want to get in there and check it out? There you go. Gold. Fortune favors the bold. Somebody's starting to figure it out. I feel like these pastels don't really fit now, but this is what we got, so. from the last one. Use this. Nice. Have fun, kids. I'll be back to take it away in a while when you're bored of it.